Okay, people. So, right, to be honest, I wasn't originally going to look at this film, but the film I was going to check out ended up being subtitled. And I was just like, oh, yeah, no, that's not happening. So I was like, what can fill the gap? And I just thought, okay, this is quick. I will give Meet Me in New York a look. Okay. So, yeah, that's the reason here we are here. It is directed by Adrian Langley, written by Danny Morgan. It is produced by Adam Gowland, executive produced by Sebastian Batro, Tom Berry, Suzanne Chapman, Brianna Hartley, Rebecca Hughes, and Linda Streger. It is line produced by Jordana Arones. Bobby Rose handles the music, Ryan Knight, the cinematography, and Eric Goddard edits the piece. Casting is from Larissa Mayer. Jacob Mazzilli handles set decoration. Costume design is Aaron Roach. And Justin Gravel handles the hair. Our cast, well, we have Brooke Nevin as Kelly, Corey Sevier as Joseph, and Molly Lewis as Joe's niece, Willow. Maria Sirajanis is Joe's aunt, I think it is. Chelsea Moorhead is Kelly's best friend, Sam. Um, hmm, no. Her best friend is Sarah, played by Ipsia Paul. I forget who Chelsea plays. And Ko- Kowaku Adu Poku is Joe's best friend. And I forget his name. Yeah. Okay, the gist of the film, though, people, is this: ambitious New York events planner Kelly is one of the best in the business. But when Joe, a stubborn but influential website editor, hires her to organize his niece's birthday, Kelly soon realizes that she may have met her match, which I don't know what that meant to me, right? Might have met her match. Like, how? you know? And yeah, look, this film ain't for me, right? It wasn't made for me, you know? Now it's like I give these things a look sometimes just because I want to be surprised. And there are the few that I really enjoy. You know what I mean? So you can't just judge a book by its cover. But this one, I don't always understand giving people professions where it seems you know nothing about that profession, because it's like, it says she's one of the best events planners in the business. The way she plans this event, it's it's really fucking odd. Firstly, right? You sit down with the client, get a brief, just all of this kind of thing. She's just like, oh, this is what I think it should be, and we'll do this, and yeah, that we'll have that, and blah blah blah. And it's just like, what? Like, it's a little girl's birthday. It's a 10th birthday party, right? And she's the venue she picks, right? Now, Joe asks her what would you like for your birthday? And she's just like, oh, in a kind of stately home, in a castle, in a, you know, she kind of she gives some ideas. I mean, they're little kid ideas, so it's all ridiculous. But you could find things that kind of mirror what she's looking for. but they just go to this. It's literally, we have them go to one place, right? The first thing they look at is the thing that's it. That is just like all the time. It's just like they go to the studio. It's like, oh, this is perfect. And it's just like, is it though? It's a little kid's birthday party. If you are holding, you know what I mean, a round table or something, maybe it's a little kid's birthday party, right? She then recommends this singer, right? Because he's like, oh, let's have a DJ. She says, like, oh, no, 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 no. I think live music would be better. And you think, okay, yeah, all right. He's Stinky Rich. So who's some of her favorite pop acts or whatever music she might be into? Who knows? Little Willow might be into drill music. Who fucking knows? Right? But it's not that. You know what I mean? Kelly's just like, oh, I worked with this artist. They go to a restaurant because she's playing there. Firstly, she's like, oh, I thought it was French. And then now I realize it's Cajun. And I'm like, well, if you looked at it, surely you would have worked that out. There is a big difference here. You know, and literally, they sit down, and she's just like, "Oh, this is perfect. This is just like home." I'm like, "Yo, just sat down. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? There is literally like nothing." You know what I mean? Listen, I've hung out in Louisiana and New Orleans. You know what I mean? There was nothing in this spot that jumped out at you and was like, "Yeah, this is, this." So there's a lot of these stupid ass statements, and this woman playing the guitar plays a few notes, and they're like, "Oh, that's perfect. Oh my god, she's amazing." And I'm like, "You ain't even fucking heard her." And also, you're saying that music is what a 10-year-old wants to fucking hear. It is the weirdest fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? Like in the coffee shop they go to where Joe's best friend hangs out. He's like, oh, the chef makes really great cakes. You should ask her. And they're like, okay, she's making the cake. It's like, I mean, you're not gonna check out local bakeries, go test some cakes, and just no, you're just taking this one word and that's it. Yeah. It's a crazy one. This is fucking crazy. It's Mills and Booney, right? I mean, without the is Mills and Booney sexy? I don't even know, right? But it's that by numbers romance shit. You know what I mean? Like two people they meet, and in the first interaction they don't get on. Then they discover that they're the people that is the having a big meeting. Oh no, you know what I mean? It's one of those ones, people. And then in the first few interactions they're butting heads, and then all of a sudden something changes. Whoa. Now, we don't have them talking about each other's lives, anything like that, where you'd think, okay, yeah, they're learning, they've got these things in common, and they've been hanging out all of this time. No, we don't even get that. So again, it's like people that are like, I'm gonna change my life for you. And it's just like you don't even know that person, right? These are ludicrous statements. These are like at the start of the film, she's told that she could be in the running for a job, but the process is going to take 6 months. Throughout the film, this whole it drastically changes and becomes one of the most ridiculous things. One of the most recruitment process up in this is insane. Supposedly Joseph started off as the coffee boy in a company, and within 2 years he's running it, which is just like, wait, what? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, there's no actual sense to anything that happened, like anything. This girl, his niece is 9 years old, right? She's about to have her 10th birthday. Now, 9 year olds, they're kids, they're dumb, but I kind of feel that they're not everyone you hang out with, right? As soon like she meets Helly and it's like, is that your girlfriend? Like, they're not that. Do you know what I mean? That might be a 4 or 5 year old, a little kid. Like 9, you kind of feel it's just like, well, who's that? I work with her. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? But with this, everything is like, you two are dating. Talking about this stupid computer game. Stupid. Like, it's it's this film is one of those ones, right? And we talk about like female empowerment and all of that, but it's stuff like this that really dumbs that shit down, right? You're like, you're making your characters look like real dullards. Like everything's so simplistic and just that ain't life, right? When these characters meet, like their best friends or their family, it doesn't feel like that, right? You do not get a chemistry from any of these fucking people. It is, yeah. I mean, yeah. As you can tell, people, it's not my fave. It's not my fave. But there you go. There you go. Listen, if you want to watch it, meet me in New York. It's on Prime Video. So, yeah, listen, it might not be for me, but if you're a fan of like Chalet Girl and, you know, Love Rosie and just stuff like that, this is probably gonna tickle your little socks off. So there you go. Meet me in New York.